Hello, everyone. It is Self Care Sunday, Self Care Edition. How are you tonight? What are you and you, but especially you? What are you grateful for this evening? Tell me about it. That is what I want to know. That is what I want to know on this Sunday, the 4th the of February, February 4th. That is where we are at tonight. Tell me about your day, your world. What's making and baking in your life? Hey, Carrie, how are you? How are things in Florida? It's sitting talking about my upcoming trips to Florida that I have coming up. I got a bunch of them. Hey, Kitty, how are you? Great to have you here. So sorry to hear about Princess. I know that's not easy. I know it's not easy. Hope all is well with everybody. Hey, April's with us too. April's live. We are broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, hop right on over to YouTube. I'm right over there. Cassandra's got the link there for you in the show comments. Let's see if I can get my camera cleaned up here just a little bit. It looks a little fuzzy here tonight. Fuzzy wuzzy. I want to be crystal clear. I want to be clear tonight with you. That is the way I roll. Yeah, I understand that. The quiet house. I could loan you Luna, and your world would not be quiet. But that is not the kind of noise you are looking for. I was just before coming out. I'm like, I'm so tired tonight, and everybody pointed at the dog as the reason. But I definitely hear you and feel you. Definitely, and my heart goes out to you. It is something I truly understand. Ah, but it is great to be here on this Sunday. How is February going? Our first weekend in February. We've got 1 month down. It's only one. 11 more of them to go. 11 more this year. Uh, lots of neat things going on. So lots of exciting stuff still to happen this year. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, it is. So let's get this party started tonight because I got some fun stuff to talk about. We start with our Stay Positive book, or Year of Positive Thinking, not Stay Positive, excuse me, Year of Positive Thinking. And we flip it to February and we go to the 4th and kindness over righteousness. The need to be right is an unfortunately common feeling in the human experience. The ego wants to be right. The heart is kindness. There's strength in the willingness to gentle surrender. When you find yourself face to face in a disagreement, ask yourself these simple questions. Is being right really going to serve me in this moment? Will it fix anything? How can I instead listen with kindness and gently surrender? You may surprise yourself with your ability to choose graciously. There you go, folks. There you go. That is our year of positive thinking. So we are in February and or February. What's the correct pronunciation? I've been toying with that tonight, but lots of exciting things in February. My sister's birthday was Friday. Groundhog. She's a groundhog. Nana's birthday is tomorrow. So lots of excitement already here in February. That puts us only 2 months away from April, the greatest month of the year, according to some people. I'm just saying. Some people would say it's a great month. But every month can be great. And so that's sort of where I wanted to talk about the holiday that just passed. And I want to talk about it and I want to talk about your mind. I want to talk about your mind, and I want to talk about Groundhog Day. That furry, cute little groundhog. Okay, Puxatawny Phil, uh, uh, Chuckles the groundhog here in Connecticut, where I live. But Puxatawny Phil is the famous groundhog, and he's made to groundhogs are made to look for Groundhog's Day look adorable. As a animal, they're not so much. Don't get a groundhog as a pet. Don't get a groundhog as a pet. Pro tip there. I wanna challenge you because I know some of you had a challenging January. Okay, so I want to challenge you to an essence of Groundhog Day. Okay, and I want to challenge you to look at it from a perspective of light and darkness. Do you see the light or do you see darkness? Do you see the light or do you see darkness? Yes, I'm challenging you with that. Where am I going with that? Well, there's that whole eternal with the groundhog that the groundhog predicts brightness or not, darkness. Okay, a longer winter, darkness. A spring coming sooner, brightness. Okay, and that is the choice of the groundhog and what we see in the groundhog on Groundhog's Day in February. And that is something we can choose every day. Do we choose to see the light? Do we choose to see the positive? Do we choose to see the brightness in our future? Do you choose to see the brightness in your future? Do you choose to see what it um what can happen, what future blessings are out there? That is a challenge. I say that from a challenging perspective, knowing that some days are hard. Some days are hard, and some winter days are long. I mean, especially the middle of the country's had some hard days this winter. Okay, it was a tough January, but brighter days are ahead. Brighter days are ahead. Okay, I've already heard from several people that February is off to a much more resounding start, and we're only 4 days in. And part of that is mindset. A big part of it is mindset. How you approach everything. How you open yourself to receive the bounty of the spring. Uh, yes, your accuracy rate is far better than the groundhog. You know, um, I am with that. We are looking forward to the bounty of spring. Okay, and like Angie posted the other day, if you are not already actively, uh, you know, handling and accepting spring merchandise, what are you waiting for? That will start brightening your day. If you are home decor, the flowers and the colors of spring. If you are clothing, the brighter colored clothing from the dark drabs of winter browns and blacks, okay, will excite you. Although Angie will try to explain to you that black is a spring color and brings brightness year round. The reality is the bright colors are amazing. And that is part of what Groundhog Day is. It's a turning point. It's a turning point in winter. It is a turning point when you start to see the light. The days are longer. Okay, the light is brighter. Right, the sun has been peeking out, and that definitely puts people in the mood to shop and puts them in a better mood. Okay, it puts them in a better mood. Okay, so as you start, I mean, shoot, even I got the cars washed this weekend. Okay, I went and washed the cars because it was, we've had enough days without really bad weather. Okay, and that is a sign of hope. Okay, that you get to your car and it's shiny, and that is the turning point. Okay, so that is one aspect of Groundhog Day is this turning point for spring, this turning point for brightness, this turning point to find the light, the turning point to find the light. And that is one point of Groundhog Day. Okay. Another for us, I guess, old enough to remember, okay, is the Groundhog Day movie. Now, I don't need to see a show of hands, but I know many of you saw that movie or at least know of that Bill Murray movie. Okay. And in that movie, okay, if you haven't seen it, the main character, I forget his actual name, but the main character keeps on repeating the day over and over again. Keeps on repeating everything, and partly he's repeating the same mistakes. Partly he's gets a chance to correct those mistakes. And so, another aspect of Groundhog Day is that aspect of looking at how you're doing things in business and saying, hey, am I making the same mistakes twice? Right. I don't want to live Groundhog Day over and over and over again either. I don't want to do that either. But part of it is, are you banging your head against the wall expecting different results? And that is a lesson to take away from that movie. So what can you learn from banging your head against the wall to learn that you need to be doing things differently? That you need to be approaching things with a different aspect, that you need to have a different sense of things and a different feeling towards things, okay, as you look at them. Okay, that is where we get a great opportunity here with Groundhog Day. We have the looking for the light, and we have the way of the movie and not repeating ourselves and repeating our past mistakes. It's so easy to do it, whether that's in hiring, whether that's in training, whether that's giving up on training and saying, well, I'll just do it myself. I can't train somebody to do this. I'll just do it myself. I can't expect somebody else to do it like me. I have to do it. Okay. And that, okay, is a common entrepreneur pitfall. Okay. Nobody else is going to do it my way I do it. So I better do it. Okay. That is Groundhog Day, people. That is Groundhog Day, plain and simple. Okay. That is the epitome of what that movie was about. Or an aspect of what that movie was about. Okay. Repeating yourself, doing that same thing over and over. Well, that's doing it. Okay. If you're saying, well, I can't have my staff do that, I have to do that. It's the only way it's going to get done right. It is you are living the Groundhog Day movie, and so part of this is looking forward. How do you break yourself free of that? How do you find the freedom to break free? Okay, the freedom to break free because it is freedom on the other side. It is freedom. It is the light of Groundhog Day. It is that spring eternal light. Okay, when you break free of doing things the way you have been doing. Okay, when you learn a new way, when you develop a new system, when you look at things through a different lens and you document it the heck out of it. Right, I did, Rose. Thank you. You have to because that's what happens in business. I mean, that is all too common with the entrepreneurial journey. This is all too common. We see it all the time. We see it all the time. Well, why, they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it. Okay, if you want things to be different, you have the difference starts with you. It doesn't start with your team. It starts with you. Think about that for a second. If you want things to be different, the difference starts when you look in the mirror and say, I'm going to be different. I'm going to act different. I'm going to work differently. I'm going to train differently. I'm going to break this down differently. that is where the difference happens. That is where the change happens. That's kind of where the scary happens. Okay, it is scary to change. Okay, when you've been doing something a certain way, that gets scary. That change is scary. And so, when you do that, that is where change happens. So let's be the change. Let's be the change. Let's spring into something different. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you check out on the Next Level Resale website the Freedom Workshop coming up in April, because that is part of setting yourself free, finding the spring in your store. But it starts up here, people. It starts with the mindset. It starts with the mindset. Yes. Well, it is hard to actually do. But actually doing it, okay, is just taking that first step. It's not taking the 100 steps, Rose. Okay. It's not about taking the 100 steps. It's about taking the next step. And that is how you make change. That is how you stop doing things the way of the groundhog. That is how you see the light. That is how you say, I am changing. Okay. Okay. I have changed. Okay. And now I can expect my team to change, my people to change. That is how you do it. That is how you step forward with it. Okay. It's not the 100 steps, it's taking that next step. It's turning into the light and saying, I want spring. I want an early spring. I want and deserve to have a store that functions. Okay. Not because of me. Okay. Not because I'm doing it. Okay. But because I have created an excellent system for my team to excel and carry it forward. That is what makes it amazing. That is what makes it amazing. And it makes it fun. Okay. That's what puts the fun in it. That is what puts the fun in it. And there you have some amazing stuff that comes to bear. You have some amazing things that come together when you do that. And that's what's truly exciting. That is what's truly exciting. And that is what gives you freedom. That is what gives you freedom. Okay. And freedom is there and available to you. So do not get that. Do not do sell yourself short. Do not accept things the way they are, because that's Groundhog Day. Be the change, except that you have to change. Accept that you have to change if you want things to change. You can do it. You can do it. You know what else you can do? This video and everything I talk about, this video and everything I talk about. You're not alone running this story. You can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with everybody you know in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody run a better business. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Ish, Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Ish. But if you have a question, please just email me, Neil, Neil at nextlevelresale.com, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. Hey, Rose, thanks so much for the recommendation. It is going to be an amazing workshop, completely different than any workshop we have ever done in person, and we are so excited to bring that to Orlando in April. We are really, really excited about it. I am here. Before I'm here, we start the program every night with the Thinking Positive book, A Year of Positive Thinking. I already read you the fourth. I'm going to read you the fifth because it matters. Please let go. So stop and take a look at your own needs. Go mindless. Let go. And remind yourself that this very moment is the only one you know you have for sure. That's a quote from Oprah Winfrey, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a Make It Happen Freedom Workshop in Orlando, Florida from April 21st to 23rd. I'll be there. But until then, and until Wednesday at More 8 Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, You're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you Wednesday. It's time for dessert.